Dad said I'd never be smart enough to run the family restaurant. Today, he found out who's been running it for 3 years. My father stood in front of our entire staff and announced that my brother Tony would be taking over as head chef next month. Finally, someone with real talent in the kitchen, he said, clapping Tony on the shoulder. Tony hadn't worked a single dinner service in 2 years. I was in the walk-in cooler, checking our inventory like I did every morning at 5 a.m. when I heard him through the door. The same walk-in cooler I'd reorganized with a color-coded system that reduced our food waste by 60%. But sure, Tony had talent. That's when I decided to take my vacation days, all 27 of them that I'd accumulated over 3 years. Starting when? Dad asked when I told him an hour later. Tomorrow, he laughed. Actually laughed. Don't be ridiculous. Who's going to prep? Tony has real talent. I'm sure he'll figure it out. I spent that night writing down every single thing I did that nobody knew about. Not to leave instructions, just for my own sanity. The list was 3 pages, single-spaced. Then I deleted it. Let them figure it out themselves. Day 1 of my vacation, I got 16 text messages before noon. Where's the vendor contact list? Why isn't the prep done? Who changed the freezer temperature settings? I turned off my phone and went to the beach. Day 3, our sous chef Ramon called from his personal phone. Listen, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but your brother just threw away $2,000 of salmon because he didn't know about your dating system. Your dad is screaming at everyone. The dating system. I'd implemented it after we got cited by the health inspector 4 years ago. Color-coded dots that told you exactly when something was prepped and when it needed to be used. Tony had been at his girlfriend's beach house that week, so he never learned it. Day 5, my sister Elena showed up at my apartment. Dad wants you to come back, just for tonight. There's a wedding reception for 200 people. Tony has real talent, I reminded her. Tony burned the sauce, all of it, every batch. He doesn't know your mother's sauce technique, my mother's sauce technique. The one I developed after 6 months of experimenting, staying after every shift to perfect the base that we used in 12 different dishes. The one Dad said was overcomplicated, but kept on the menu because customers requested it by name. That's unfortunate, I said, and closed the door. Week 2, I was sitting in a rival restaurant across town, Porto's, where I'd been eating lunch every day just to study their operations. The owner, Mrs. Chen, sat down at my table. Heard your family's place has been having troubles, she said carefully. I wouldn't know. I'm on vacation. My nephew ate there last night, said his risotto was soup and his steak was gray all the way through. Tony didn't know about the sous vide machines I bought with my own money and installed myself. He was probably cooking everything on the flat top like it was 1982, the way Dad originally taught him. Mrs. Chen slid a business card across the table, in case your vacation becomes permanent. Day 18, our head waiter, Philippe, sent me a photo. The special board, which usually featured my daily creations based on what was fresh at the morning market, had been blank for a week. Tony didn't know about my 4 a.m. market runs. He didn't know which fishmonger saved us the best cuts, or which farmer kept heirloom tomatoes aside for us, or that the mushroom forager only answered texts sent before dawn. Day 21, Dad called from a number I didn't recognize, the restaurant's landline. Okay, you've made your point. What point? We need you. The restaurant needs you. I thought Tony had real talent. There was a long pause. Tony walked out 3 days ago, said it was too much pressure. So promote Elena. Elena doesn't know the recipes. Neither did Tony apparently. Stop being smart with me. When are you coming back? I'm not. The silence stretched so long I thought he hung up. Then quietly, what do you want? I want you to look at the business account. The real one, not the summary Elena makes for you. I want you to see who's been signing the vendor checks for 3 years. I want you to check who renewed our liquor license, who negotiated the lease reduction, who fixed the health code violations before the inspector came back. That was all Tony's responsibility. Tony's been in culinary school for the past 2 years, Dad. The one you're paying for. He comes in twice a week for photos to post on Instagram. More silence. And then, I continued, I want you to check who's been depositing cash every night at 11 p.m. Who's been updating the website, who's been responding to the reviews, who actually created the new menu everyone loves. Check the metadata on the files. They all have timestamps and author names. Why didn't you tell me? I tried 412 times. I counted. You said I wasn't ready for responsibility. Said I should watch and learn from Tony. Come back, please. No. The restaurant will fail. Then it fails. I hung up and went back to my lunch. Mrs. Chen's sous chef was showing me their dumpling technique.